We'll get to the Thursday Thunder in a second. How we doing it this week? Is Tony handling it? Tony, you're handling the Thursday Thunder?
It's all me, Dano.
Okay, we have not been good. We've only won 2 of these parlays. We've come very close on a number of them. But generally, we're just an abject failure in every regard. Tony is going to try to rectify that in a second. But we got something we did not talk about today. 53-year-old Sean Kemp.
Mm-hmm. The Rainmaker.
The Rain Man.
Oh, sorry.
That was Richard Rubel.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Rainmaker, great movie.
Listen,
wow.
I owe $1. I am so flustered. I'm so upset. I came in for Aaron. The news looks like it's not going to be announced today, and sucks, man. I'm going to miss my daughter's lacrosse game. I mean,
Rainmaker. Sean Kemp is 53 years old, and David Rose is reporting that the reason that what happened with Sean Kemp happened last night is because property was stolen from his car. He tracked it with an iPhone, and then he was shooting at somebody allegedly in self-defense. But you still have the story, 53-year-old Sean Kemp shooting at somebody, and I saw a video that I'm assuming is real and that the internet isn't fooling me. Looked like someone in a parking lot shooting at a car. And, I mean, you received this news, 53 years old. I had not thought about Sean Kemp in a while. He was, I'm going to say, famously troubled in that he struggled with cocaine addiction and got heavy as after being like a player.
It's hard
who was,
to do simultaneously.
Yeah, and playing basketball every day and having a lot of sex, which he was having a lot of sex because he was on.
Hell yeah.
I think he was on the cover of Sports Illustrated in a way that made fun of his fatherlessness. He was fatherless? His lack of availability to the children that he had participated in.
I thought it was more just about the volume.
We had a very uncomfortable interview with him like 17 years ago.
Yeah?
Where you tried to cover that. And
how'd it go?
It did not go well.
Oh, well.
But when you heard 53-year-old Sean Kemp involved in this incident, I mean, your thoughts were what?
Well, first of all, the first headline said drive-by shooting. And, I mean, that has very specific connotations to it. I feel like that was an adjective that we didn't need because it's not quite accurate. Drive-by shooting is when people get in a car and they're going to hit a target and they're going to drive by and shoot. It's not just, hey, I shot from my car.
It sounds more like an organized hit, which is not what is being reported by David Rose and is not the video that I saw.
Right. The story is that Sean Kemp had some stuff stolen from him. Among them, one of which was an Apple product. He did a Find My iPhone. He tracked down. He said when he approached the vehicle, they opened fire. He returned fire. That's the story he's saying. But again, even if he's cleaning it up, it's not a drive-by. So that kind of irritated me. But then the other thing I thought about was like, man, just a bad week for athletes and guns, huh? Because between this and John Morant and Joe Mixon, and there was another gun thing that happened this week with an athlete.
It's a reasonable guess.
Yeah. No, just a bad week for athletes and guns. But realistically, Dan, the conversation should be...
No one saw that Jon Stewart thing in sports.
Say what?
No one saw what Jon Stewart did with that Oklahoma State Senator Dom.
Wait, did you not see what Jon Stewart did?
In sports?
No one in sports saw the Jon Stewart video talking about the gun problem in this country with an Oklahoma State senator named Nathan Dom, who was ill-equipped for the interview.
I guess I'm proving the point because I'm in sports and I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man. You got to see this Jon Stewart thing.
Okay, well put. Thursday Thunder.
I agree.
Oh, Bannon, we're back on the trot. Very exciting.
On the what?
I don't know. I was trying to do a witty thing. I don't really get what he says sometimes. Back on the trot, is that a good thing?
What did you just do,
Are we?
Tony? I thought it couldn't get worse than the way Amin led into the segment, but you came in saying something without knowing what you were saying.
Is it right, though?
Back on the trot?
Yeah, like we're back on the trot.
What do
Thursday
you
Thunder?
think that it means?
Like we're back on it, baby. Like let's
back
go.
on the horse?
Yeah.
The Rain Man seems like it was a month ago. Thank you, guys.
The Rainmaker.
Letting you off easy. All right, let's start here.
My God.
Utah Jazz are going to Orlando to see the Magic tonight. We're taking Utah Jazz money line at plus 135.
Oh, I don't like that at all. I hate road games.
That's the Magic,
bad
though, Dano.
teams.
Come on. Another road game.
Dan Le Batard.
I miss that guy.
Golden State Warriors minus 140 against the Memphis Grizzlies.
And within that game, keep your eyes on Jordan Poole, 3 free throws. I mean, hey.
Keep one eye on it.
Keep your eyes on 17 and a half points for Jordan Poole.
Ooh.
I didn't talk to anybody. I don't know anything.
Do we have another eye somewhere else or no?
We have some other eyes. but
Okay.
Another game.
Milwaukee
Dan
Bucks.
Le Batard.
Massive favorites against the Brooklyn Nets. Minus 700. You parlay all those three. You get a plus 360 ticket. That's Utah Jazz money line. That's Warriors money line. And that's the Milwaukee Bucks money line.
And in that Milwaukee Bucks game, keep your eyes on Giannis
The other one. The other eye, yeah.
With 11 and a half rebounds, and Chris Middleton, 27.5 plus rebounds, assists, and points. Back to you, Tony.
That's presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. Download the DraftKings app and use code Dan to get in on the action.
Back on the trot, baby. We talked about it.
7 in front of the hour.
Juju, go ahead and try and say Greek Freak's name again.
Greek freak.
Not a boy.
You guys think the deep voice guy, has ever been in a situation where he's in the bathroom and he ran out of toilet paper and he has to ask someone in the next stall to hand him some TP? And he's got to do it in this voice.
Stugotz.
Have you ever done that? Ask somebody in the next stall for
Can they
toilet
spare a
paper?
square or no?
90 the ticket.
I feel like I'll just
I don't.
You'll just what?
like use my. I just feel like that's
Oh,
an
God.
Before, all right, no. Before I literally say,
Apple
"Hey,
doesn't
guy
fall far."
next to me," I'll like use my underwear and do it or something.
What?
Okay, so you guys are going to knock on the stall next to you and just be like, "Excuse me, sir, I've never met. Can you toss a few
Yeah.
plot?" Okay,
Absolutely.
Using my underwear.
I'm just saying. I would like.
My
I
God.
would.
What?
My God.
Okay.
No, keep going,
You guys
Chris.
do this all the time. No. I mean,
in
like.
Chris's defense, it would be the piece of clothing you would use to.
No, it would
Or
not.
I would,
Yes, it
or I
would.
No,
would
it would not.
waddle over
No, it would
myself
not,
to
Stu.
it to go
What-
get it
wait,
in another
what's
stall
the-
What's
myself.
the aversion
A dress
to
sock.
asking?
It's weird. It's
Bingo,
just,
Dano. Back on the trot.
You've done it.
if I was
My
pooping
God,
and all of a
you've
sudden
done
I
it.
heard a knock on the side panel, it would be weird.
You have an ally.
A dress sock is a funny thing to just shout into the sky.
My God.
A beige dress
It
sock.
just smears it back and forth. It doesn't actually
Wrong
wipe
with all of
anything.
you?
My God.
You need paper.
My God.
You need a paper product.
You know,
My
moist towelette
God.
is what you need.
That's after. You
My
need to
God.
dry then wet.
No, wet then dry.
Dry then wet.
No.
I'm
Always
really-
wet then dry.
I'm just saying how weird it would be to knock and ask for toilet paper.
It's
I'm
not-
not
it's
saying.
not-
Not quite as weird as wiping it with your own
I
underwear.
think that they're
Yeah, but no
equally
one
as. I
knows.
think they're equally as odd.
One of those
know.
things is weird. One happens all the time.
All the time.
Yes.
I've never been in a bathroom and heard.
It happens in the ladies' room all the time.
All right,
'cause
well, that-
we don't
Hey,
wipe
buddy, let
our
me a
asses
square.
with socks.
I've never wiped
Dress
my ass with a
socks.
sock either, but I've also never knocked on the stall next to me. Have you ever asked the stall next to you,
I'm not
Tony?
a public pooper.
Beige.
Tony.
Nobody's ever done that. Is my point.
Yes,
Yes, Dan?
there's a whole Seinfeld episode about it.
Yeah.
I do not have a square to spare.
It's a Seinfeld episode, but nobody actually does it. I'm gonna die on this hill. None of you in here have never knocked on a stall next to you and asked somebody
That's
for toilet
just
paper.
not true.
You have, Jess?
Yes, it happens all the time.
Put it on the poll,
All the
please.
time.
Well, women need toilet paper to go number 1 and number 2,
Yeah.
first of all. Second of all, it's not weird to ask a woman in the stall next to you, hey, do you have a tampon? Hey, do you have any toilet paper? It's a common thing.
They're two different two bathrooms.
What?
Instead, he wanted to make a Two Americas joke.
It was so close to being perfect.
My God.